Today on the Luke Loses podcast, Stressed. It is a short episode. I am talking about what is stressing me out and a little bit about the intuitive eating that I've been trying. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, losers? I am Luke, and this is Luke Loses. Now, remember, being a loser, that's a good thing because we're losing our weight, we're losing our unhealthy lifestyle, and we're losing that negative image we have for ourselves. I have no fitness or nutrition education. Everything I talk about is from asking questions, searching the internet, and my own personal experiences. Please check out my website. It is www.lukelosespodcast.com. That's got my social media links as well as other platforms where you can listen to this podcast. You can also send me a direct message right off the website, or you can call the loser line, which is 323-920-LUKE or 5853. Leave me tips, topic ideas, concerns, whatever's on your mind. Send it there, leave me a message, text me a message, whatever, and I will try to address it on a future episode. If you or somebody you know would make a great guest for the show, message me or have them message me. I would love to talk to you about getting you on. And we're just going to jump right into today's show. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Luke Loses podcast. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for checking in with us. If you missed last week's episode, it's called What If Perfection Doesn't Exist with Grace Elizabeth. Grace is a intuitive eating coach and a self-love coach who has lost 130 pounds as a side effect of self-love. So if you missed that, go back and listen to it. It's a great episode. There's a lot of great information. And I would like to point out about Grace, she has messaged me multiple times since that interview, checking in on me, asking me questions, how I'm feeling, and giving me a little bit of tips and pointers throughout this experience. So Grace, if you listen to this, thank you for that. I really do appreciate you. So if you listened to last week's episode, I talk about intuitive eating, and I've decided to give it a go. And what that is I listen to my body. If I'm hungry, I eat. I eat slow, and when I'm full, I stop, even if I have one bite left on my plate or a whole cheeseburger on my plate. Well, that's the idea anyways. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about right now. So this episode is called Stressed, and that's what I am. I'm stressed out. I have so many things going on that has been driving me absolutely crazy. I'm going to touch on all that, but I wanted to bring up that the past handful of episodes that I've done, I've been kind of down, and they're kind of rants, but they're also kind of depressing. I do want to touch on that. This is my journey, and I'm going to have my ups. I'm going to have my downs, and the past couple weeks I've had my downs, so there's nowhere to go but up, right? As of right now, as I'm recording this, it is Sunday, August 22nd. I have officially been 11 days, I think, without water. My pump went out in my house, so instead of paying the repairman to come and do it, which I should have probably done, I wanted to save some money and do it myself. It can't be that hard. I can Google it. Well, it is a very easy thing. I bought a pump and a bladder tank. I wasn't getting any water pressure. I did get water coming out of my faucets, but not any pressure. So I ran a new well. That's more money and a lot of hard labor. And I still wasn't getting any water. And then I checked my old well, and it was really deep. So I bought a new pump, which is more money, and it works. So today I got water. So that was a relief, but I've never felt so defeated in anything I've done. This well and the plumbing just beat me up. every time I thought I was moving forward, I would move back, and it just was destroying me. And in the process of this, my wife's car has a blown motor, and we're still paying on it, so we can't just say, oh, we need a new one. Well, we got a quote, and it's like $4,500 to replace this motor and everything that comes along with it. So I'm stressing about that already. And then the pump goes out. So now I'm stressing about that. The dishes are piling up. The laundry, I'm going to my in-laws or going to the laundromat. We're bringing home jugs of water. It's just chaos. I've got 3 boys. It's hard. And since then, I have been emotional eating and stress eating and just getting that comfort that food gives me. And it's pissing me off, but that's what's happening. So that's where I am at currently. And I've been trying the intuitive eating. And for me to eat slower, I think I mentioned this last week or the week before. I got chopsticks. So I've been using chopsticks to eat my food, which it does slow me down a lot. And I do good, not overeating, not overdoing it, but then I slip up, or later in the day, I'm sitting here and I need that comfort. Like, all this is just wearing me down. Well, the tow truck guy came to pick up my car to take it to the shop. And I've known this guy for 5 minutes. I'm just talking to him, and I'm bitching about how the car and the well, all this stuff is going on. And this random guy, I don't even know his name. He says to me, I know what you need. And I'm like, what's that? And he puts his arms out, and he grabs me and gives me a hug. And I know to some people that might be weird. And to me, it's weird. But it was amazing that this guy just showed kindness to me. And I point that out because, one, I needed that. And 2, I wanted to point out how a small thing like a hug or a smile or a thumbs up can totally make somebody's day. That moment turned that day around for me. For me anyways, what I want to start doing is those little things that can inspire and motivate and push people in the right direction to have a better day. When I talk about doing this podcast, I bring up how I want to be better tomorrow than I was today. And for me, I want to do that for other people too. Just that moment made that switch for me. To that driver, I gave him a couple business cards and a couple stickers and was like, hey, I'm going to bring this up in my next episode, and thank you for that. I really appreciate it. So if you're listening, tow truck driver, I appreciate you. But back on the intuitive eating, I have been not looking at calories. I have been eating when I'm hungry and stopping when I feel full or done. And I count the calories afterwards, if that makes sense, just so I can see where I'm at. Because in my mind, I'm still stuck on that. You have to count calories to lose weight. And in that moment, when I'm doing the intuitive eating, I'm doing good. I'm not going over my calories or anything. But it's when I go into that stress eating and the emotional eating that I screw it up for that day or for that moment. I need to work on that. I know this isn't much of an episode, but it's what's going through my mind. It's what's been happening to me. And I wanted to share it with my listeners. So that's what I got. 10-minute episode. Short and sweet. I am stressed. So, well, guys, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a rating and a review over at Apple Podcast. I would appreciate it so much. And please, if you could, share this podcast. Share it with a friend, a family member, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you can share it. If you could share it, I would appreciate it. Don't forget to go to my website, www.lukelosespodcast.com, or call the loser line, which is 323-920-LUKE or 5853. Call me, leave me tips, topic ideas, concerns, whatever's on your mind, and I will try to address it on a future episode. Again, it's like I just said this stuff, guys. It was like 10 minutes ago I said it. But if you or somebody you know would make a great guest, hit me up. I'd love to talk to you guys about coming on. The music that we're listening to right now is by Jake Simmons and the Little Ghosts. Thank you guys so much for letting me use your music. If you enjoy this song, you will love the rest. Check them out. I will leave all their links in the description of this episode. So that is that. As always, stay positive. I need to stay positive. Do the work. I need to get back to doing the work and trust the process. I will see you next week.